little bit just here in the throat, and voice is not the best, but I'm much better than last week, though. Thanks for your wishes of a recovery. Thanks a lot. And I'm happy that we can make this morning briefing show today, this week. Every week, every day, Monday to Friday, 8:30 before the markets open. We want to say thank you to Admirals that we can do this every morning consistently and stable. Thanks to my mother in the back, Nastia. Wonderful good morning. Of course, she has to get up early with me, not directly with me, but with me to open this session every morning. Thanks, Nastia, for your support every day. Okay, so we stream this show on YouTube on the same time. So you will find a button in the right corner. You can click on that to subscribe the channel. If you want to give us a like, or you can leave a comment afterwards when we finish with this video, or this morning, or this here live on the chat. I can see it here also. So who is with me? Alci Relaxation, wonderful good morning. Then Thomas, Sigurds, Jenny, Afshin, Thomas, Omar, wonderful good morning also. So let me share my screen. Okay, so let's see. So, ladies and gentlemen, on Zoom also, Janos, good morning. Darshan, Mladen, Karel, Igoris, Tina, Chiseng, good morning. Petya, Rainer, Hartmut, Plummen, good morning to all of you. So I want to lead your attention to the bottom of the slide. On the lower side, you can see that CFDs are complex instruments and come with a high risk of losing money rapidly due to leverage. So please be aware that you are responsible for your own trading risk here. Volatility is back. We have new Admirals trade days. Get up to 3,000 euros cashback trading with Admirals available for trade MT4 or 5 with live accounts. You can click on enter here, enter now, and then if you open a real account, you can get back money up to 3,000 euros. I think it's worth to open a real account here on Admirals too. Okay, so what do we expect this week? Let's see. So the top news this morning, Jens, good morning. Oh, I sent you an email. Don't forget, check your spam account. You know about the course. So top news, the Western nations allies to release oil from reserves. Then European Union, China clash over Ukraine conflict. Then US non-farm payrolls up 431K in March, jobless rate 3.6. That was from last Friday. So the upcoming events for today. Today is nothing, just Monday, but please be aware we expect the Australian cash rate decision tomorrow morning at 6:30. So there is nothing we expect. There's nothing to change, but you should be aware that in case you trade any kind of Australian dollar in day trading, so please be aware that we expect high volatility around this appointment. Okay, for the rest of the week, there are no more rate decisions. You can see this is just, we have a couple of other appointments, but this is more time than for tomorrow. I want to invite you to our lovely Admirals channel on Telegram. You will find the link in the chat here right now, and on YouTube also. Albert, good morning on YouTube. Ute, wonderful good morning here also. And if you're more a fan of Twitter, then you can follow Admirals Global on Twitter with the similar content. My name on Twitter, if you want to follow me there, it's daytrader70. So let's go to next 10 minutes. And first of all, as a kind of orientation, we are fighting with the point of high, and we reached point of control again. And about our trend following system and trend trading, you see actually we have a new trend continuation. It's here, and we are still in an old trend right now, kinda of old trend arm, because you see that was the perfect entry here, but it was in the middle of the time, in the middle of the night, and it was not possible to open a trade for me there. But I have a wonderful downtrend, and it was a profitable trade. So now on the right side of the chart, I'm waiting for a new trend I can write in this week. But actually, the trend is facing upwards. In case you are in whatever, maybe you have another time where are you placed, then you could be in there. You can trail your stop and make sure that you don't make a loss, because the trend is really old in the meantime, and the last move was really strong. So just wait. I'm waiting now on the sideline for a new trend. Mike, wonderful good morning. Frankie also. So yes, I had a kind of relaxing weekend, and I took the time to recover a little bit and everything. I'm on my way, I guess. Just a little bit. Okay, so that's next 10 minutes, and actually there's for the moment nothing to do. So we have top instruments, you know, and we want to talk about the top instruments, and we start with DAX 40 in 4-hourly chart. And in 4-hourly chart, it's still an uptrend. So, and this is still the uptrend. We started March, 4-hourly chart, by the way. Yeah, and now we are in a fourth trend arm. Perfect entry was there, or there roundabout. Point of control is still up at 15,702. Please make a note. That's the point of control. And I'm quite sure we'll reach this. Maybe not yet, and maybe not with this trend. I don't know yet, but actually it's the fourth trend arm. Here is the point of low. Point of low, and point of control is there. So that's the distance we have to go. Even we don't make it with this trend right now. There will come a trend we can do it. But if you drew the trend perfectly, then you had a perfect entry low, really, really deep in a green zone. And you see, even we don't get the point of control, you are in profit. And this is trend following. And of course, one of the most important parts of this system of trend following is to catch an early entry. So, and where is it possible to catch the first entry? Of course, when you have a valid trend in the second trend arm. And that's the duty. If you want to catch the trend, then make it sure that you get the second trend arm, the first entry in the second trend arm. So Dow Jones is also still in an uptrend. There is nothing changed. There changed nothing. We are circling around the point of control, as you can see. And we are also in an old trend, but as I mentioned, we came from the green zone and we hit the point of control, and now we are circling around of those point of control. The price is fair valued for the moment, so there is nothing to do. Is there another trend we can think about? Yes, of course. It's a downtrend. It's a correction. It's still a correction, but you see it's no trend continuation there. Actually, it's the extended of the correction, but be aware that the downtrend, the uptrend is still valid. Yeah. And we are circling around the point of control. To be honest, not the best situation. So then we have an open position in gold. And yeah, we are circling around the entry. So we had 2 losses in a row. The main trend is facing downwards, and the point of control is quite far away. So point of control is on the lower side. And that's the target. You see, point of control is down $1,791 by one contract. So, and the trend is facing downwards. And yeah, let's see if we reach or if we can go lower. Actually, no, we are still in a trend. The uptrend is not longer valid. And just the only trend which is right now valid, it's just a downtrend. So let's come to Euro USD, another top instrument. Here we are a little bit in profit, and we are on the way up to the point of control, which is placed 113.20, and that's the running trade. We are in the third trend arm right now. I trailed the stop loss into my profit. Everything is fine with the full position. I didn't make a partial profit because I want to show you. That's just a kind of working style. If you're smart enough, or if you're strong, not smart, if you're strong enough to work with the full position. And you know, the crucial point there is your money management. If you're within your penguin factor, penguin factor means if you feel comfortable and if you're not attached by emotions, then you can handle your full position. So therefore, what's the plan? Plan is still to let it go. We are trend follower. I can never know how deep the correction is going. And I don't worry about a correction because, you know, dependent origination and a correction is needed to become a trend. And correction is needed to create the next trend arm. Without a correction, there cannot be new buyers. So therefore, just let it go. Even the price will get us out, and we have no loss and no winner, just a zero game. Yeah, everything is fine. It's the third trend arm. Yeah, and we are still up on the way to the back of our point of control. So then we can make the next entry in the third trend arm. So next one is Bitcoin, of course. And Bitcoin, we reached the point of control already and we're circling around, and you see we are in profit with the point of control, with this trend, 7,142 points in profit. We are circling around. There is a downtrend, by the way, also as a kind of correction. Yeah, but actually it's not the time to open a short position right now. Just give it a little bit of time. So what just to miss Euro, Bitcoin, Dow, Gold, we have all five top instruments. Okay, now let's come to your questions before we come to the running trades. And before I do this, let's open a trade, the question of the day. Monday question. Before you check the button, please think about very wisely. What are your trading goals for this week? I will stick to the rules under all circumstances, or I need to learn how to follow the trend. So, teeny tiny steps for this week. Okay, your question. It was Igoris wanted to know about check NASDAQ 1 hourly chart. Okay, let's do it. NASDAQ in 1 hourly chart. Oh, by the way, you can get the stereo trader for MetaTrader 4 or 5. Okay, so NASDAQ is really interesting. Point of control is much lower, 14,252. And on the right side of the chart, there is, let's see. So there is the trend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So perfect entry was here, or latest here in the third trend arm. So Igoris, are you a part of this short? You should be deep in profit. Yes or no? Do you have an open position there? Yes, great. Great. You see, it's not so difficult, right? Trend following system. is the most famous system and one of the most profitable. You can read a lot of books and something like this. You can make kind of research online. You'll find the most successful traders around the world in the past, in the present, and by the way, will in the future too, are trend followers. It's one of the challenging strategies ever because it needs a lot of strength and power, human power. Yeah, but it's the most successful strategy ever. Okay, come to the running trades. And running trades, first of all, it's Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. To be honest, I've forgotten this trade. I forget this trade because I guess this will be a loser. So we were a little bit in profit. It's still two trends in the same direction. You see the main trend is facing downwards. We had no close, which means there's no break. It's a kind of trick of the market. A point of control is on the lower side. We reached already, by the way. And now there is a secondary trend facing downwards too. So there was the second trend arm in the big one and then the second one. Both are in the second trend arm, so it was a duty to open the trade. But never forget, ladies and gentlemen, we are working with probabilities. And maybe I can remind you that a part of probabilitas, Latin word, was accident, accidentia, which means accidents. It's a kind of coincidence. So the signals occur by coincidence. And this kind of probability includes this very important part of accident. So you can never know if this next signal will be a winner or a loser. So if you have a loser, it's a part of the game, and we should be kind of happy because every loser brings us closer to the next winner. Yeah, that's the law of coincidentally as a part of the probability. So we need, and I know this listen really crazy, and maybe this could be a really confusing part, but ladies and gentlemen, we need losers as long as they are technically correct, which means you have to, if you're stuck to the rules, yeah, but we need the losers because we work with probabilities. And losers means, yeah, we are on track. The next winner will come, must come, because that's the law of probability. So if you make everything properly, if you made everything right by sticking to the rules under all circumstances, and if you catch the entry in a second trend arm and there is a loser because the price is not working for you, then be happy, it's fine. Yeah, it's a part of it. Yeah, you can cut the loss whenever you think the bus is not driving in your direction, but be happy that you catch a drunken bus driver because the next one comes closer. I know this could be a kind of confusing, but this is deep sense and deep knowledge about probability. So therefore, you should never take it personally because law of probability is the same like the law of gravity. So if you fall down from the stairs, is it a fault of the law of gravity or is it my stupidness? Yeah, it's not the law. It's not the fault of the law of probability, of the gravity. It's just my fault. Okay. So it's a part, and we are a part of this. Yeah. Okay. No, it's not the third trend arm. It's still the second one. Okay. Bitcoin, we talked about already. So then next one, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, we are still in profit. There was no break of the long trend, just they tried to figure out if there will come more sellers. No, there did not. Okay, now we are on track. but also we have a downtrend. It's the correction. So now you have rising prices for the moment. So just wait for the next balance candle, and then we can think about to set a pending order on the way down. We have Euro Japanese yen. We were in the correction. It's an old trend, by the way. That's really cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you see the big benefit of trend following. So, and if you follow the trend, you will never think about the costs, about swap fees, something like that. Who cares? Yeah, if you follow the trend, you will make much money. Who cares about the swap costs? So British pound USD, it's a really difficult situation in British pound USD. So online, a lot of people think, no, British pound cannot go up. The fundamental data are against a rising British pound USD. So do you want to hear my opinion? I don't care about the fundamental. You know why? So first of all, I have a trend. It's the third trend arm. And if we compare it, and if we check it, where is my point of control? Then you see, oh my gosh, the point of control is up at 135.35, and we are at 131, which means we have 400 pips to go. We are deep in the green zone, and there is not really an obstacle on my way up to the point of control, not yet. So for that, the price must remain for at least 2-3 weeks around this price, that the point of control is swift to the lower side. But this is not the way. That's not the situation right now. And for the moment, we have to speculate that the price will go up. But also you can see there is a downtrend. There is a downtrend, and this downtrend, it's in a second trend arm too. So we must be prepared in case that the price will turn around, and then we have to open a position for the short side. But maybe the price will test the last low again. So be prepared for both sides. If you don't have an open position long in British pound USD, maybe you can put it on the way up. So gold we talked about. Oh, it seems there occurs kind of balance candle again. Yeah, then you should be careful. So I would never let the price run into my full stop loss. My stop loss is always where I calculate my money for the worst case. So what is the worst case for me, Marcus? Not for you. My worst case. My worst case is that I'm not on my screen, that I'm not in my place. I'm outside, I'm sick, I had an accident, I'm distracted by other things like this, then I need this. There is calculated my money. But if everything is going well, yeah, then I can act, and then I can trail my stop, get out of the bus, and set a new pending order, because it's nothing more annoying that you have a stop, but you missed re-entry. New Zealand Canadian dollar, we have still a downtrend. The main trend basically is still facing upwards, you can see here. But on the right side, there is a new downtrend. Price is going up for the moment, just waiting for the next balance candle, and then we can think about a new short position. That was the first shot. It didn't work, so we're just waiting for the next situation. And finally, US dollar Japanese yen, still a correction. No contrary trend, no valid downtrend, and now the price is still going up just a bit. So just waiting, nothing to do for the moment. So let's talk about proposals. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, to be honest, there is nothing to do. It's still an uptrend. By the way, it's an old uptrend. And Not really. Oh, by the way, we have a share. That's Merck, the German one. And there is no trend continuation right now, guys. There's no trend continuation. We had a close. No, come on. So there was the correction, changing of the color, entry above here or a little bit higher. So what you have to do, actually, nothing. In case you trade your stop loss into profit, then you're out. So then you must be prepared for a next trend continuation, because there is no trend continuation yet, because just nothing here. We need big move to the upper side. So in case you have your stop loss, maybe below the last 0.3, then it's also fine. So just let it go. So I have some proposals for today, and we start with British pound Japanese yen. British pound Japanese yen, it's a downtrend, and here we are in the second trend arm. Okay, the main trend is still facing upwards. You know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, no close, still up. So that's still the correction, and just waiting for a balance candle that we can set a pending order to the lower side. Very important and very interesting is Euro Canadian dollar. We have a new uptrend right now, and we are deep in the correction. Yeah, the trend will break below this green rectangle, below the last 0.3. And as long as we don't have this, we have to assume that the trend will continue. So just wait for the next balance candle, because actually right now you can see there is showing up here a trend candle to the short side again. So it's much pressure on euro than on Canadian dollar. So we are waiting. By the way, Canadian dollar have a rate decision this month, but it's in the middle of the month, 13, I think. So just waiting for the next balance candle, and then we can set a pending order in Euro Canadian dollar. So in Euro Swiss franc, we're just waiting for the next balance candle, because this is what I said. My stop loss was below the last 0.3, which is below the rectangle here. So that's the correction zone. So I opened the trade, but I could see, okay, price is not really working for me. So which means I get out of the wrong bus. And now you see price is going down. So I don't have a loss, just a teeny tiny loss. And this is what I did and how I act in my own working style. So what do we have to do? Nothing, just wait. Just wait for the next balance candle. This will not showing up at 11 o'clock, maybe at 3 o'clock or in this evening, or maybe tomorrow. Let's see. And this is a kind of relieving feeling in trading. If you don't have to guess anymore, if you don't have to analyze anymore, if you don't have to interpret anymore. So what's your job as a private trader, as a trend follower? You follow the trend. For that, you have to learn how to draw the trend properly. What do you have to do to catch the first signal? And then follow the trend. Do you think this is easy? No, it's not. What do you need for that? A proper education, because you need deeper knowledge that you understand the full system of trend following. Yeah. Here I show you just the result, the proposals. But if you want to go deeper, you have to. If you want to become successful on a long run, not on a short run, on a long run. Let me say thank you, guys. That was the start for a new trading week. I want to say thank you. And 52% says, I will stick to the rules under all circumstances. And 48% says, I need to learn how to follow the trend. I'm really happy. So, and what do you think? Will you reach your goals this week? How powerful are you? It's a question of your real why. So what is your real why? if you're really strong, powerful why, it's like the why, it's like the love to your kids or to your wife or to your husband, where you say, I would give my life for my kids, for example. This is a really strong why. And if you have a similar strong, really strong why for your trading, then you will give me the answer on Friday when I ask you, did you reach your goals this week? I am really excited about this. So have a nice day, and I hope we'll see each other tomorrow again. As always, have courage and be kind, and may the force of the rules be with you. See you tomorrow.